Born with the 20th century, the movie is regarded at first as a mere novelty. Audiences thrill to the sight of pictures that move, but few men foresee that the first primitive dramatic films herald a form of entertainment that will sweep the world. From the beginning, early filmmakers exploit the basic elements of universal appeal: romance, laughter, violent action, and thrills. Barely a generation later, the movie's popularity has surpassed all other forms of entertainment allowed in public. The factory's most valuable assets are its stars, those performers blessed with elusive, intangible qualities that set them above all others. Louis Mayer has an uncommon ability to identify those qualities and absolute power to develop and promote them. During an early European visit, he sees in a Swedish film a robust outdoor girl of almost mystical beauty. He signs her to a contract and tells her American men don't like fat women. Greta Garbo is noticeably slimmer when she arrives in Hollywood, destined to become the screen's most famous actress. After a year, she demands and receives a jump in pay from $600 to $5,000 a week. At age 35, she retires, for reasons she never publicly explains. Shy, solemn, and stubborn, Garbo retains the image she projected on the screen, a woman of veiled thought and unpredictable mood. And she's remembered still for 5 words first uttered in a memorable scene with John Barrymore.
You must go now.
I'm not going. You know I'm not going. Oh, please let me stay.
But I want to be alone.
That isn't true. You don't want to be alone. You were in despair just now. I can't leave you now. You mustn't cry anymore. You must forget. Let me stay just for a little while. Oh, please let me stay.
For just a minute, then.
The factory's social structure is as rigid and complex as a beehive or termite colony, with all activity aimed at protecting and nurturing the queen. In Hollywood's case, the collective body of stars, without whom all others would perish. By standing in under hot lights while technicians get ready, an anonymous worker spares the star from the boring and mundane aspects of her job. Even the strongest and most agile stars are too valuable to risk in the possibly dangerous parts of movie making.
Hey, there's Don Lockwood! Hey, there you go!
Joy! I want a souvenir!
I want a souvenir, too!
Hey! Hey, you're playing rough here! Hey, you're carrying my...
It's Gene Kelly who scrambles to the top of the trolley car, but stuntman Russ Saunders will jump off. Bruised but undaunted, Saunders tries again. Here's the finished scene, as it appears in Singin' in the Rain. While no one can credit Hollywood with creating human sexual appetite, it is fair to say that at least 2 generations grew up believing that a successful approach to the opposite sex somehow requires the holding of a cylinder of dried leaves between the lips and lighting it. With a show of opulence matching its most lavish film fantasy, MGM celebrates its 25th anniversary. At a luncheon on the world's largest soundstage, the studio proudly displays its most magnificent possessions, an assemblage it calls More Stars Than There Are in Heaven. These are the faces that raised the Dream Factory to an exalted place in the world's imagination. For some, tragedy waits. Others will quietly fade from view. A few will dominate the world of entertainment for decades to come. Speaking from a podium raised above his glittering family, Louis B. Mayer boldly predicts even greater glories ahead. But soon, Mayer will lose his job, and stars who have spent their entire careers at the studio will be let go. Never again would there be such an assemblage of talent, wit, and glamour under one roof. When successful plots were found, they were repeated again and again. Thus, Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland, talented show business veterans while still in their teens, found themselves repeatedly giving the impression that somehow any sharp kid could become a star overnight, if only he had the will.
We could put on our own show. That'd be different. We could make up our own specialties and sketches and dance routines.
Great, I like it already.
I'm gonna write a show for us.
Just think when our names are up in electric lights.
We could have our own great modern dance orchestra.
Oh, that sounds wonderful, Jimmy.
There's your audience. They're waiting for you.
You the big composer and producer, and me the singing star.
Is it really the beginning? Does it mean that I'm really on my way in the theater? Opening night, we'll have Max Gordon, Sam Harris, Lee Schubert down to give us the once-over. How about it, kid? We'll get every kid in this town on our side, and we'll start right now. What do you say? Right? Come on, kids, let's go!
Look at that kid, will you?